Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Outspoken Samantha. So today we are diving into the great MAGA hat meltdown of the 21st century, because in the day and age that we live in, where we should be more evolved than at any other time in history, more evolved than the people that came before us, apparently a simple red hat has the capacity to trigger a level of meltdown that you have to see to believe, and gives the most unhinged among us the green light to be perpetually offended. So we're going to have a look at a few of these incidents, both so we can mock them, rightfully so, but also to serve as a warning to stay as far away from media propaganda as possible so that you don't regress from being a functioning adult back to a toddler, where you lash out irrationally for no reason and don't care how utterly insane you look. But before we get into those clips, please do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you so much for doing both of those things. So let's set the stage. The MAGA hat, made popular by Donald Trump in 2016, apparently is not just an item of headwear anymore. It is a political statement. It is a cultural grenade, if you will. And as we see examples of on a daily basis, this hat is a one-way ticket to a full-on adult tantrum, sometimes even threats, and sometimes even violence. According to a 2019 ABC News report, a New York City gallery owner claimed he was attacked by teens just for wearing one. It says a New York City gallery owner said he was left bloodied and bruised after a group of teenagers allegedly attacked him for wearing a Make America Great Again hat. Mr. Turan, I am not going to try and pronounce his first name, 35, said Thursday that he was beaten up by 15 to 18 people 2 days earlier on Canal Street in Soho around 6:50 p.m. He was trying to walk through the crowd when the punches began, he said. One girl flipped my hat, and then within 5-8 seconds, I got pushed from the back and my face hit the scaffolding pole and I got startled, Turan told reporters at a press conference. He said he had just purchased the MAGA hat, which has become synonymous with Donald Trump's presidency earlier that day. Turan, who suffered broken bones under his eyeball, wasn't planning on wearing it because I think it's dangerous to wear a hat like this in New York City. Apparently, it was teenagers attacking this guy. Teenagers. Come on, guys. I mean, we let you walk around it with your pants around your kneecaps for years, and then you switched to skinny jeans, and we didn't say anything about that. But jokes aside, if kids are attacking adults for stuff like this, it says to me that they are being taught by their parents that this is okay, meaning they are repeating the media propaganda that ties the MAGA hat to things like the KKK hood. But it's not just in New York. In 2018, a 16-year-old in San Antonio had his MAGA hat ripped off at a Whataburger. The guy who did it said it would look better in the fireplace.
Attacking a teen at a local Whataburger and stealing his Make America Great Again hat goes viral, sparking chaos online.
Eyewitness News reporter Addie Wahardo explains what's happened since that video was first posted.
It's been viewed more than 2 million times. You see this man throwing a drink at 16-year-old Hunter Richard and shouting a racial slur after snatching his Make America Great Again hat. The video sparked outrage online. One person posting, "I cannot wait until they catch this coward."
As we can see, the hysteria does not have an age limit. Teens are attacking adults, or adults are attacking teens. Adults are attacking each other. The bottom line is the propaganda around this hat has been very effective, to where those who have been programmed to react this way, just by seeing it, are doing exactly what they have been brainwashed to do through the repeated messaging of the media. And this has been proven to be undeniably true based on this Reddit post, where one user said that they get a negative visceral reaction just by seeing a red hat. It says, whenever I see a red hat from a distance or from behind, I always have a negative visceral reaction until I see that it's a sports team hat or for something else that uses red as its primary color. I feel bad, but I have just come to associate red hats with Trump, and that's why I also no longer wear any red hats. Anyone else immediately expect the worst or have similar reactions when you see someone wearing a red hat? Do you think red hats will ever lose their association with the MAGA identity / wardrobe / fashion, or will it become like other famous symbols or colors in history and never lose that association? Well, if we ever thought that this negative reaction to just seeing the color red would ever calm down, we need to think again. As you can imagine, that post was from a year ago and things have only gotten worse. This is a video of a woman throwing out every single red item in her closet because just the sight of red, even if it's her own stuff, is triggering to her. Now I have to play part of this video on mute because she plays a song over it that will get my video copyrighted, but you get the idea.
My God, no, you're going to get rid of all your red clothing because Donald Trump lives so rent-free in your head that you can't even stand the color red anymore. I'm assuming because you associate it with the red MAGA hat. Well, I have some really bad news for you. You're going to have to go for more than just red. You're probably going to have to throw out all your navy and gold now, too.
What's wild to me is that this woman thinks throwing out hundreds of dollars of clothes that she paid for and that she will have to spend her own money to replace is hurting anybody else but her. Like literally nobody else on the planet cares that she's getting rid of half of her wardrobe, but that's liberal logic for you. Now, I know I've said before that I thought after the election, things like this would calm down, at least a little bit, because we saw that so many people woke up to the media lies. So many people started doing their own research and realized how much the media twisted so many narratives and how truly dishonest they were in pretty much every syllable that came out of their mouths, and how their dishonesty was causing absolute devastation in our country to the good, hardworking people that they count on to keep their networks going. Yet people found out how little respect the media has for us and our intelligence. People, Republican, Independent, Democrat, all voted for Trump. And in my mind, I thought that the fewer people that were still blindly following the left, the less mindless outrage that we would see from their followers. But nope. Turns out that they are so disconnected from reality that I honestly don't think that they are aware that the real world is happening around them. In their bubble, they don't realize that normal humans are watching these crazy outbursts, and they're not doing anything but driving more people away from their side. As I said, they serve as a warning to not let yourself be brainwashed by the media. The thought of becoming like one of these people, which is basically the same as letting insane asylum patients roam the street, is horrifying to anybody who watches their behavior. So there was an incident where this woman screamed at a guy that she was standing across from on a subway train. And thankfully, in this case, she got instant karma.
That's why he won. People like you. That's why he won. That is why he won, because of people like you who need to stop it. Let him live.
Bro, just like, bro, chill, bro.
You're okay with that? He's a racist.
I'm so okay.
How can I be
He's
racist,
a
bro?
racist.
Okay with it.
If you voted for Trump, you're a racist.
Leave him alone.
He's a racist.
How can I be racist?
No, he's not. Leave him alone.
Doesn't watch the news.
You realize he was a
I'm
Democrat.
highly educated.
Oh, are you? Then why are you wearing a hat?
Everything's going up for I don't know how long. The Democrats have been running New York since who knows how long. But then Trump comes in and just fixes it.
All right, well, this is my style. I hope you enjoy the hat.
Oh, she took a tackle.
So she's screaming at him and calling him a racist, which shows to me that this woman's brain has been completely eaten away by the false media narrative. But let me break down how even more insane this is, if you can believe it. She is clearly someone who believes in all things woke. Like, that is clear. So according to woke ideology, being a racist doesn't mean that you have ever done anything or expressed prejudice or judgments against someone based on their skin color. It doesn't mean the actual definition of racism. According to wokeness, race is about power dynamics. And according to the woke mind virus, white people are always racist because we have more power and privilege than people with darker skin color. We're even being racist when we don't know that we are, just by existing, basically. And even denying that we're racist makes us racist. And that's why they say that it's impossible to be racist against white people, because we're always the ones with more power in like every situation. In this scenario, it would be impossible for the kid she's yelling at to be racist against anyone, and she would be the racist. But in their wild logic, when it comes to the red MAGA hat, she has to kind of let that belief system go and claim he's a racist just by wearing a hat, even though he hasn't done anything to show that he's a racist by the actual definition of the word. And by the definition that she believes in, he can't be, because she inherently has more power than he does. If that sounds confusing to you, it's because it's total BS. And that's why these people act this way. I mean, I'd be angry too if my worldview was so scrambled and completely incoherent and illogical, because I would never know why I was angry, just that I had to be angry. But let's get into one more incident that popped up on my news feed yesterday or the day before. And this woman decided to scream at an elderly couple in a restaurant.
I have a baby here with you. You're a disgusting, sick, vile, fucking weirdo. Oh my God, it's fucking right. You dumb bitch, you're with this shit. He doesn't want me or you to have equality. Oh my God, go pray for me. Touch me and watch me touch the fucking hands. I will hit and get away.
Wait, did she say touch me and see what happens?
Get out. You're not welcome here. You don't want these people here. You're not welcome. You want me to make you be okay. Comfortable in this one? Who the hell are you? Scared of me, you man.
I'm proud of this man. This man here is going to be people like him.
You might as call the cops. Thank you, sir. You don't like the fire service? You don't like veterans? Why are you disrespecting the restaurant within that house? That don't make any damn sense. Y'all right now, this is crazy shit right here.
She's screaming at this woman about women's rights, but lady, if you cared about women's rights, you would respect this woman's right to sit down and have a peaceful meal with her husband and for her to not be screamed at. Thankfully, as we can see, our wonderful officers stepped in and removed this psycho from the restaurant, and I hope that she gets blacklisted as well. I know that if I were a business owner, I wouldn't want to risk allowing this person back into my restaurant knowing that she could just drive customers away because she's screaming at them and telling them that they don't have the right to be there. But the bottom line is, guys, and if you were a liberal watching in my comments, the MAGA hat is not going anywhere, and neither is free speech. If someone is wearing one, maybe have a conversation with them instead of going into full-on toddler tantrum mode. Or you could just walk away. It's a hat, not a personal attack. And to the hat snatchers out there, get a hobby. I hear knitting is nice. Anyway, I would love to hear all of your thoughts on this in the comments below. Let me know if you have been screamed at for wearing a MAGA hat. I personally have not. I did get screamed at a couple of times when we lived in Colorado and I didn't wear a mask in public. That was always fun. But I have not been screamed at over the red hat. But let me know if you have. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I am trying to grow this channel. So if this video did make it to your YouTube feed, I would love your support in letting YouTube know that you actually like my content. Thank you so much for being here. Otherwise, keep it real, and I will see you in the next one.